Good morning. This is MetLoop meteorologist Dave Elliott with your weather outlook for Wednesday, December the 28th, 2016. Starting out with our radar and satellite loop, we're actually fairly calm across the country right now. We do have a cold frontal boundary that's kind of draped through the southeast, through central Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi back into Texas. Out in the west, we're seeing high pressure with a little bit of a weak system moving through the upper northern plains states, bringing some snow showers into that area. And switching over to the current temperature map, it's pretty easy to pick out where that frontal boundary is just looking at the temperature values we're seeing. Just to the south of the boundary, we're seeing anywhere from mid to high 50s all the way up to the 70s down in South Florida and to the north of it. Temperatures in the 30s to down below freezing. Over the next 24 hours, we do expect to see that frontal boundary get a little push to the south, and we will see some cooler temperatures making their way down as far as central Florida, where we're going to see lows in the upper 30s to low 40s and highs into the upper 50s and low 60s starting tomorrow and into Friday. For the daytime hours today, we're not expecting to see anything too crazy. We are looking for some little bit of snowfall accumulation, anywhere from about an inch to 3 inches up around Lake Ontario and eastern Lake Erie, with some lake effect snow showers, and then again some spotty areas of 1 to 2 inches of snowfall in the northern Rockies area, and then into northern Michigan and Minnesota. However, we will be keeping an eye on the southeast, as that aforementioned frontal boundary is going to pick up a little strength later on today and into tonight, and could see some fairly strong thunderstorms develop along it. And most particularly, we're going to be watching northern Mississippi and northern Alabama for some pretty strong winds associated with thunderstorms, and maybe even some large hail and an outside shot at some tornadic activity. Again, this will be later on into the evening hours and into tonight, so if you're in that area, keep an eye on the weather for us. And now, switching gears just a little bit, we are taking a look at the long-term models as always, and we just wanted to put an early heads up out there. Starting around January the 3rd, we are expecting to see a very cold shot of air moving down into the country. This map right here that I've got on the screen is depicting the afternoon of January the 3rd, and as you can see, there's a pretty good dividing line on the temperature map here, where we've got 70s down into the southeast, but then up behind this boundary, this next frontal boundary that's going to be developing, temperatures drop pretty sharply all the way down into the single digits and negative values into the northern plains. Now, as we move forward here a couple of days, this is the afternoon high temperature map for January the 5th, and you can see that cold air has dropped really far south. We're looking for temperatures only to make it into the 30s up to around 40 degrees here in the panhandle, with high temperatures only into the 50s as far south as Tampa, Melbourne, Florida area. And then switching over to the low temperature map for the morning of January the 6th, it is going to be cold. We've got temperatures in the 30s all the way down to the Miami area, with teens and 20s as far south as Florida Panhandle, and freezing temperatures down all the way to Tampa. So again, this is very early. We're looking 9 to 10 days into the future, but this is something we certainly want to be keeping an eye on. We could see some very cold conditions coming soon. And that's your outlook for today. Hope you have a great weather day wherever you are, and please be sure to follow MetLoop on Facebook and Twitter for all the latest and most accurate information.